Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about the incredibly destructive impact of environmentalism on the Dungeons and Dragons community. Let's go. All right, so first of all, Hasbro is a global company, right? And I think when you reach the level of a global company, you have to sign on in order to do business, right? There's just some bad business practices you have to do. But a lot of these companies they go green, right? And basically they kowtow and they bend the knee, right, to environmentalists. And we are receiving our deepest cut. The D&D community right now is receiving its deepest cut from environmentalism in the Dungeons and Dragons community through the Book of Many Things. All right, so let's talk about this. So how has environmentalism and tree hugging and green energy destroyed collectability for every true dungeon master and every dungeon performer, people who run player characters in Dungeons and Dragons, dungeon performers? How has it destroyed collectability for every dungeon master and for every dungeon performer? Well, Book of Many Things is proof of it. So the Book of Many Things is really gorgeous. It comes in this beautiful box, right? And inside the beautiful box is another box which has the Deck of Many Things, and then is a beautiful D&D canon hardback. But in order to get the box inside, right, which is printed in color and has a gorgeous piece of art on it, right, you have to literally rip it open with your fingers, right? Even a year ago, actually not even a year ago, right, I received the Planescape book, right, and I just tore off the cellophane, right, and now the entire product looks perfect. But you received the Book of Many Things, which you paid more for than the slipcase, right? And you have to tear it apart. You literally have to tear a strip of the material off. And once that strip is torn off, there is nothing to do with that box except throw it in the garbage. And the reason why is the flap does not seal, right? It just flaps around in the breeze, right? And this is because it is environmental packaging, right? Now, Hasbro didn't make a mistake here, right? All global this is not a problem for Hasbro. Hasbro should continue to print this stuff, right? And the reason why is every single global corporation in the world bows to environmentalism right now. And the reason why is we don't have a president yet that is willing to stop this environmentalism nonsense. We don't have a rescuer from green energy horrors, right? This is a green energy horror, right? This is environmentalists attacking, in my humble opinion, dungeon masters and dungeon performers directly, saying you're not and it's all the same thing. You have to eat hummus and your car has to suck, right? Like, nobody wants to drive an electric vehicle, right? We all want super dope American muscle cars. But they're like, nope, you have to eat hummus. Your car has to look like a piece of like a soap, like a bar of soap, and you have to wonder if it'll get you 20 miles, right? You have to rain. It's called rain. There's actually a term for it. Range tension, range fear, range concern. There's like a special word for it, right? But the thing, and they're like, and the box on your Dungeons and Dragons product has to suck. Everything under environmentalism, under electric vehicles, under hummus eating, everything has to suck. And this is not Hasbro's problem. It is environment. And I'm just sorry to mix two of my different worlds, but this is why I'm voting for Vivek Ramaswamy. One of his greatest accomplishment, one of his greatest declarations is burn drill, is drill burn, drill frack burn coal. He is for obsidian energy. And if we get a president that can rescue us from environmentalism, we can return to having the collectability of our Dungeons and Dragons product not be completely destroyed in the first minute of ownership. Right now, you buy Deck of Many Things and you have to destroy all collectability of the product within the first minute of ownership. Literally opening it turns the slipcase into a piece of garbage. It's thrown in the trash, right? Because it cannot be sealed, and it has a massive white scar across the back. It is hideous, it is horrible, it is ugly, and it is the greatest cultural crime I have ever seen committed by environmentalism. It is horrendous. It is horrendous. It is worse than having to watch somebody drive a Tesla. It is just embarrassing for us as a nation, and the reality is it is not Wizards of the Coast's fault. It is absolutely not Hasbro's fault. All global corporations have reached a point where if they're going to be able to distribute products globally, they have to do this, right? But this packaging on I can say this packaging on the Book of Many Things is not virtual garbage. It is literally garbage, right? And there's no excuse for this, because everybody in the world knows what mint and box mean, right? The box matters. And Book of Many Things, great product, love it. You should absolutely buy it, right? And the reason why is this has nothing to do with Hasbro. This has to do with environmentalism. They came, environmentalists came for the carnivores first, right? You have to eat hummus. They came for the cool car owners next. You have to drive this sucky Tesla, right? And wonder if you're going to make it to wherever you're going to be because you didn't put in double A's. And then finally, they came for the Dungeon Master. This is environmentalists attacking Dungeon Masters, in my humble opinion, and it's horrible. And I just want to say, I want to console each and every Dungeon Master out there. When you tear that strip off the back and you put a bleeding white scar across the back of your collectible, Scott Garibay cares. Scott Garibay is crying a tear of sadness for you. This shouldn't be. This is horrendous. This is the worst attack environmentalisms have ever brought against Dungeon Masters, in my humble opinion. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. And it doesn't matter nearly as much as when I get to your humble opinion. When you get in the comments, send your traffic. Please consider subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.